name is Barbara Butler. I'm the host of Conversations with Barbara, and today I'm sitting here with Charlette Walker and Kim Shaw. Today we want to talk about some of the topics that's going on in social media today. So the first thing we want to do is talk about the Cat Williams interview. Kim, do you have some?
I think I should go last. Y'all probably agree.
Okay, Charlotte, you have something? Your thoughts on the whole interview?
I just think some of it could be true, but again, that's his opinion. But I just believe that it's just another way to tear down each other. I don't care for it. We should be uplifting one another. Plus, our Black community, especially Black men, we take a lot of time to tear the person down versus to build them up. Mm-hmm. And if he had that issue with them, he should have went to them instead of being catty per se. Mm-hmm. That's my only opinion for that part. It's too much for me.
I guess I kind of agree with Charlotte a little bit. I just think that some things probably should have been said to some of the individuals privately instead of saying it on social media. Some of the things may be true, and it's just no way of knowing what the other person's perspective was on when they came on the show earlier and said what they said. Kim?
I think it's a big hoax. I think it's a publicity stunt. I think it's a little truth with a lot of lie. Now, the issues that he had with the comedians, whether they said his joke or not, maybe they did, but I don't think that, as he said, they don't write their own jokes. So if somebody else wrote the joke for them and used his joke, then I don't think he should say they're not real stand-up comedians. And I don't believe he was just too strong to voice his opinion about the downfall of others. But when it came to when they asked him questions about his personal life, he said, he was squeezing it out. He didn't want, when basically they was asking was he raised by 3 prostitutes, he tried to say there was 3 women of the night, which is the same thing. And I think in that era of his life, something significant happened, and because he kind of weird about anything about him and another man. When he said if he had a cast, he would like for it to be 75% women. He don't want to hear men talk. He ain't gonna share a house with a man. It is something, I don't know what, something must have happened, because he said he was 13 with $2,500, and he left home at 13 because Jesus left home at an early age, and he believed all this stuff about Jesus because his family was Jehovah's Witness and he couldn't live by their rules, so he had to leave at 13 because he had a fist fight with his dad. So it was just a lot that didn't seem like a lot of truth in it, or exaggerated truth.
Yeah. But I do think that, I think they're all funny in their own way. Own way. And some people might do some things in the beginning to get their career going, but that don't mean that that's who they are now.
Right.
You know, they could have started out that way, not knowing that what they were doing was foul. You know what I'm saying? And some people could have known that it was foul. But just to bring it up now when all of them are successful and they're all in their own right, doing their own thing, I just didn't think that was right.
And I never had heard of a comedian say anything bad about Cat Williams.
No.
Right.
I never heard that. So I just think that it was very catty, as you said, for him to get on there and worrying about men wearing dresses, and he wearing a perm. I'm just saying.
But he said he don't have a perm. He said this is a blowout.
Same difference.
But not only just the comedians that he listed wore dresses. I mean, I remember Mrs. Doubtfire. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he wore dressing. It's not just
Flip Wilson and Geraldine.
Yes. So it's not just the comedians that he listed that wear things. I think that roles come and they decide if they want to play that role or not.
And if you don't want that role, then that's fine too.
Right.
I don't know about putting down everybody for everything you disagree with.
Right.
But it's just showing that how versatile people can be. They can dress up as a woman and still get and be a comedian.
Right.
You know,
It's a joke.
It's a joke. It's not nothing serious, nothing behind it. It's all acting, and it's showing that you're different stages of acting.
Different stages of acting.
So what do you guys think? Okay, I'm going to move on to another subject. So what do you think about some of the other things that's going on in the media, like as far as Diddy? A lot of the rumors that's going on about him.
I believe Diddy's in trouble.
I believe so too.
I believe Diddy's in trouble, and I believe that success, money, and power can change a person.
And it can also be your downfall.
Yeah. You too much power. You do a lot of things you didn't do when you was broke. I think he in trouble.
But don't you think that a lot of people have around him has enabled him to do?
Of course. Same thing I felt about R. Kelly.
Yes.
Of course. Because he couldn't do all the things he did without the help of others, paying people off, bring her to me, you know what her and I doing, or you know what I'm doing, or we doing to these young ladies. Yeah.
It's true.
Now, do you have a problem with people? Because sometimes I'd be like, why do people wait so long to come out and tell their story or what happened to them? Why, when it happened, you don't share it with everybody because you can prevent the next person from being a victim?
Because nobody will believe them. Because of the character that the person, the fake character that the person that's doing it build. So that if it does happen, nobody will believe you. And if that's the case, guess what? They're going to pay them so they won't believe you.
And I believe that their will is not strong at that moment. And it also go along with a lot of guilt and shame. And who am I to come against somebody powerful? No one's going to believe me. And this person with power can make your life even worse by you coming forward. And then I guess one day you just get tired, or God gives you strength to speak up.
So, I mean, as far as like day-to-day stuff, I guess I don't like when I see just not even celebrities, but everyday people that's stabbing each other in the back to get up to certain positions or certain roles. What's your thought on that?
I think they're weak.
It's their own insecurity about who they are as a person.
They don't know why God made them, and they don't know that God gave them strength and power to be anything they want to be. They just build up on the downfall of others, whether it's truth or lies. They like to step on other people's shoulders to push them down to be the lie that they're trying to portray.
And once they get in that position, they don't realize how hard that position may be. And they lie to get in that position and can't hold the position because they can't handle the position. So you got to be careful of who you step on to get to where you trying to go.
But I think it's enough room for everybody. You know what I'm
think like that.
Yeah, I mean, just like,
agree.
I mean, even with day to day, even like in businesses, you know, a lot of people don't like to help one another for them to be successful because they think it's going to take something away from them.
I don't understand that. It's a liquor store on every corner. It's a beauty supply on every corner. It's a Chinese food store on every corner.
And there's
everybody and a church. Everybody make money. Nobody can stop what God has for you.
That's right.
I believe that.
So why you jealous and trying to backstab somebody? Just use your gift and keep going.
So also I saw too that Kevin's wife is touring now with Cat Williams.
His ex-wife.
His ex-wife. Yeah, his ex-wife is touring with Cat Williams.
Oh, with Cat Williams.
Yeah, it's been on social media. She's about to start touring with Cat Williams.
Yeah. Was this before?
This was after the interview came out.
After the interview.
But was her contract before?
I don't know. It just got announced on social media recently.
I don't know about that because I seen the interview. I seen the video of Cat Williams after he talked about Steve Harvey. Not recently. He must have talked about him years ago. And no. I'm lying. Cat Williams said he was in the mall with two of his sons, and they saw Steve Harvey and told him go ask for an autograph. And Steve Harvey told him he don't do that. And they went back and told their daddy. Cat Williams said, tell him that you Cat Williams' father. They went back and said, Cat Williams my father. And Steve Harvey said, who the F is Cat Williams? So after that, that's when Cat Williams stopped liking Steve Harvey. And somewhere down the line, I don't know how soon after that, Steve Harvey supposed to had a show in Detroit. And Cat Williams said he asked them to be on the ticket for he could sell tickets because tickets weren't selling. So it was Steve Harvey versus Cat Williams. And I saw the video of it. And Cat Williams went on. So Steve Harvey went first and did a regular routine. Cat Williams came and tore a hole in Steve Harvey's tail. Talked about him like a dog. Told him that he ain't had no business bringing him on that show. He gonna tell everything. He talked about his hair. He talked about Steve stealing his joke. He called Steve every name.
And they were on a show.
They was on a show.
So basically, you set him up to come on.
Yes. So I would be skeptical if I was
Kevin's our ex-wife.
Kevin's ex-wife, because you don't know what he might do. He might talk about them like a dog or talk about her ex-husband, belittle her, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, because y'all got to go see that. It's bad.
He's flip-flop, and I will be, yeah, you're right.
He probably got to deal with some issues.
Yeah.
He get mad if you say he have any type of mental problem. He goes on.
But everybody needs a little bit of counseling.
Everybody.
It's okay. It's okay if you got to go sit down. You got to talk to somebody. It's okay.
I need to talk to somebody. Or some people. About 4 or 5.
But I noticed that, like that interview with Cat Williams, it just broke the internet. Yeah, it broke the internet. Everybody is...
People like stuff like that. People love it. People feed off of people going against each other and knowing somebody's business, whether it's true or false. People, man, somebody will call you and talk to you for hours just to be talking about somebody. And the longer they talk, the more lies they make up.
It took me 3 sessions to watch that whole segment. And I watched half of it and I said, let me turn this mess off because this man is just going...
Getting on my nerves.
Yeah, he was getting on my nerves. And then I said, I want to finish watching it to see what was the ending.
I was hoping it was going to be a good ending.
And I didn't like the ending. And I said, and I agree with you, Kim, that when the discussion was about him, he chimed down. He just says, oh, my dad almost killed me.
Right.
But you didn't go into depth like how you went into depth with everybody else's stuff. But when it's your business, you want to,
tone it down. Not
if you want to talk
questions
about people and, they stole this, talk about your life. Because he needs deliverance.
Yeah.
He needs it. The only way that he's going to break that chain is to talk about it and release it. Because if he doesn't, he's going to pass it down to his children. And that's what I believe.
I mean, it's nothing more really I could say about that subject. Of course it was entertaining. And like I said, everybody has something to say about it. But I just don't like the way everybody is coming out of the woodwork. I mean, there's comedians that Cat Williams didn't even say anything about them, and they're all chiming in on this moment or to have something to say, to be relevant, I guess, right now, during this situation.
But they had some on the plus side of Cat Williams. He does a lot for people, and he doesn't do it public.
Right.
Because a lot of comedians have come out and said that, hey, when I was down, Cat Williams was there for me. And it wasn't public.
Right.
So, I mean...
So why would he be a public man about other people's business if he's a man that...
Does everything else in private.
Right. That's weird. That's crazy. Because I ever since he had come out...
And then he gonna say the man can't read. That wasn't nice at all.
Not at all.
But he's very funny.
But if you're such a giving man, Kevin Hart, and you have, Cat Williams, and you have people behind the scene. So if you think this man can't read at this age and time, why didn't you go to him privately and be like, hey man, you know what? This is 2000 and something. There's no excuse for blacks not knowing how to read. Do you need a tutor? You know, once you get yourself together, man, you know, let's be strong black men.
Yeah. That wasn't his place. Yeah.
Oh, that made me mad. I had to turn it off for a while.
Yeah, I turned it off and I said, oh God, why would he do that? And say, when they put the teleprompter up there, he couldn't read. I'm like,
that wasn't nice.
If it was true, why would you do that?
And it's not your place to tell it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
I don't agree with that. I didn't agree with that. It was just crazy. Wow.
Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff going on in the media too about ministry, right? What are your thoughts about some of the things that you're reading or seeing online about some of the believers?
I think people need to be careful of putting their mouth on people.
Yes,
and I ain't just talking about just preachers. You and I, we children of God. I just think you need to be careful who you put your mouth on, and you need to realize that you always have a story too.
Yes.
You have a past too. And just like you should really treat people the way you want to be treated. If you did something wrong, me as a grown woman, I don't want y'all talking about it all the time and bringing it up and making me feel bad. I don't think you should make people feel bad. And most definitely, if you don't know it's the truth, you most definitely shouldn't have your mouth on. But even if it's the truth, it's just not your place to tell it.
I agree.
Everything will come out. If God want it out, he'll bring it out. It won't be no he say, she say about anybody.
That's right.
Everything I always say, everything done in the dark always come in the light.
Things I've done in the dark and came to the light.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It's like God just dropped it out the sky, and I'm like, oh my God. And I got to deal with it. I got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I just think that people should, in today's time, we should encourage each other more and uplift each other instead of tearing each other down.
But you might get more than me.
But then that's what God has for me. If you don't have the same thing.
But you wouldn't have it if I ain't help you.
That's not true. What God has for me is for me.
That's what people think. That's why they don't want to help nobody.
That's right.
I don't want Barbara's house bigger than mine. I don't want Barbara.
But you don't know. You don't know what Barbara go through to maintain
but
the house that she had.
It look good on the outside. Why your kids go to private school and mine don't? Every time I turn around, Barbara at the mall. Every time I turn around, her and her husband going to find places to eat. I'm about sick of Barbara. If it wasn't for me helping her, encouraging her, I don't want to stay there with her all night, listening to her cry and telling her what she should do. Then she did it. She gone about her business.
Forgot about me.
She ain't buy me no house.
It's a shame. But, we laughing, but
it's really true because that's what people are saying.
Yeah.
But they're not saying it to you. They're saying it to other people to make them go against you and be mad at you. So, you know what? You right.
I remember she couldn't even afford black bottom. Then she got red bottom. And she didn't ask me.
got 7 red bottoms.
She didn't ask me, do I want not one
She was
pair?
in 9 West on the 9 West sales rack. Then she got
my birthday came.
on.
She gonna ask me, do I want to go eat? I told her, yeah. We went to some IHOP.
We said where to go to brunch. She's like, no, I'm going to brunch. They have endless mimosas. But we had silver diners.
Right. That's how people do. They act like they want to see you do good. Girl, you should do that. Oh, yeah, that's a good plan. Your podcast is very good. Conversation with Barbara is real good. That conversation with Barbara skyrocket. I remember when she went to Liberty House. I remember when.
Yeah. She was living in such and such and such. Now she big time. She in Cali and she's in the mountains and she this and that, da 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 da. I forgot about the little people.
Yeah.
I mean, we all start out as little people. I receive.
Yes.
Out there in Cali, I receive.
That's all
I won't
right.
forget where I come from.
That's why people don't. It's amazing how everybody wants you to live according to their rules and structure.
Yep.
I'm not built for how Barbara built me.
Yep.
I'm built the way God built me, and then Kim added her personality to it. I don't have to live by the way you think I should do things.
Yeah.
Or people want you on the same level as them or beneath them. As
Beneath.
long as they feel like that they got more than you,
Exactly.
then they're okay with you. They don't have any
Exactly.
issues or problems with you.
Exactly.
It's when you start to excel, then all this stuff come out, and then you'll realize I didn't even know they felt that way about
Right.
me. You know what I'm saying?
But
You
I'm
get
working
shocked.
hard for all these bills I done accumulated. For
Exactly.
them 3 cars, for the 2 houses, for the tuition. I can't skip a beat. And you worrying about me?
Yeah. How about if you step your game up, and then you can have some of the things that the other people have.
But see, the problem is people think you're equal. And when you start treating people as your equal, that means that, oh, they can't do no better than me. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to gravitate to people that are doing better than you so that you can grow. Because if you are equal, you're not going to grow. You're still going to be doing the same thing in life. You're going to be stagnant. You're going to still be doing the same thing 5 years from now. 5 years from now, I better not be sitting down there doing somebody's head. I better be teaching. Hey, you understand what I'm saying? If I have 3 businesses, I should be helping somebody else get a business because I know how to do it. You understand? And that's how we, people of the world, need to look at each other. We need to help each other instead of tearing each other down and trying to find a way to sabotage the other person so that we can climb. But you don't understand that if you go out and help and bless somebody, what you think God gonna do for you? It might not happen now, but 4 or 5 years down the line, the blessing that you instilled in somebody else, God is going to bless you 10 times more. And that's what I believe.
That's what his words say.
Yeah, that's
He
what
not a man that lie.
Yep. That's what God said.
I always wanted to surround myself about somebody that's doing better.
Yep.
So that I can get the knowledge. Okay, if you can do it, then I can do it too.
Yep.
Right.
So what is it that you're doing so that I can do it too?
Right.
Instead of talking about them, I just think that what you put out there is what you get back, right?
Yeah.
The energy you put out there is what you get back.
And y'all fake people,
Watch it.
Y'all need to stop lying.
That's
Because
right.
what you say out your mouth don't match up the way you live or the way you talk or the way you act.
That's right.
You always talking about what you have and what you can do and what you have done. 2 and 2 is not mathing. Ain't mathing. Mathing ain't mathing. But I ain't saying that. I'm just watching you. I'm gonna let you ride the lie on.
That's why I always try to be one way. I always be me. I don't send a representative. I don't send a fake person. I'm gonna always be me. Because my character is always, oh, if you hear Charlette and somebody say, oh, Charlette such and such, you're like, no, I don't know about that.
I don't know that.
I don't know that, Charlotte. And if you got 5 people saying the same thing, and then you got this one person saying something different, no, what's your motive?
Right.
Because you have a motive that you got to go back and talk about somebody else and tear them down. What's your motive?
Right.
Are you watching them closely? Are you watching them in silence? So you can find out all the information so you can run back and build your own story and talk about them and tear them down. But you better watch it. Because the hole you digging for somebody else, you're digging it for yourself.
Yep.
Be careful. And you got to treat people how you want to be treated.
At all times.
Now, if you want to lie to a person, be prepared for somebody to lie back to you. Because a lie, you got to keep lying to keep up with the other lie that you told. All you have to do is just tell the truth the first time. Then you ain't got to worry about saying nothing else. Because guess what? You found out the truth from the beginning. Not the lie.
That's why I say I never understand why people don't be their true selves, even in relationships. You know, somebody's all, be who you are up front so that I can know how I want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying?
They're ashamed of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Then
They
change,
don't even
but
like
then
them.
change who you don't have to keep doing backstabbing, gossiping, talking
That's
about.
the only way people like me.
Because you got the tea. You bring the tea all the time.
That's the only way people like me.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And it's sad that you got to move in silence because you don't know who's happy for you or who's against you.
One thing I realized, sometimes you happy about something and you tell somebody and they praying against you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Lord.
You thinking they praying for you, but they praying against you.
God gonna get them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's no way. So if you praying against what God gave me, you praying against God.
That's
He gonna
true.
get you.
Yeah.
I don't think people think about that.
I always
They
say,
sure
get him,
don't.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Get him. Because you don't want me to get him. I know you don't. I know you don't.
Don't get them down.
A lady told me that I worked with, she said she was in her truck, like a Jeep, and her dog was in the back seat. She said, and a guy opened her door and grabbed her by her shirt and told her to get out. She said she was holding on to the steering wheel. She was like, leave me alone, leave me alone. He was like, get out, give me your keys, give me your money. And she said, she was like, okay, let me unfasten my seatbelt. And she said she was taking a long time to unfasten her seatbelt. And he reached in there to unfasten her seatbelt. And the dog was like this. She said, he froze. She said, She said, talk that trash. She said she reached up and hit him in his head. He fell on the ground. She said she was hollering, get him, Jesus, get him. And she said she started kicking him, calling him all type of punks. And she said she snatched her pocketbook from him and got back in her truck and pulled off. Man, I laughed so hard. That man looked in there and saw that dog. And she said, every time somebody mess with me, I always say, get him, Jesus, get him. I said, well, maybe I need to start doing that and stop getting them myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So one of the things that Bishop said yesterday when he said, be careful who you have in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that sometimes we tend to bring people into our circle before we know anything, right, before you really know anything about them. And then when things start going astray, then you wonder why all these things are happening. I think certain people in general should earn a right to be in your circle.
And that's good. And I should be that way. I think I'm too friendly and bubbly off the break.
Mm-hmm.
I think I give everybody 100 and I let you deduct yourself. But when I notice things about you, either I'm going to cut you off or I'm going to confront you. I don't like confronting people because I'm kind of confrontational. I'm better, but I'm not real smooth at confronting people because I know in my mind, when I confront you, no matter if I'm nice or mean, I don't know what I'm going to get back. So I have to be prepared for what you're going to say when I confront you, because who am I to confront you about anything?
Right.
So I have to be prepared for whatever you're going to give me back. And sometimes I can't handle what Barbara's going to give me back. So I don't like confronting people. I'd just rather let it go. But you will know. But if you ask me, why things ain't the same before, I'm going to tell you. Because now you didn't ask me. Yeah. I didn't confront you.
Right.
That's how I feel. So I am one of them people, I'm guilty of unless it's something very obvious about you, I'm guilty of loving on you and bringing you in.
But I think sometimes people, men and women, show you things, but we always be like,
If I see it, I usually know it. I be on point with it. People say I'm good at reading people. I'm usually on point with it. I don't let it slide. I be like, nah, what she said, she meant. Or what she showed you, she is. Or he is. I'm not one of the people be like, nah, maybe it was a bad day. Maybe Barbara didn't. Nah, I'm not one of them people. But I am guilty of loving people maybe too soon, or I don't know, because I don't have a problem with it. If I found out you ain't nothing, then so be it. And it don't even really hurt
I mean,
me.
I just think to me, I think it could be hurtful. You know what I'm saying? When I think we have a relationship and it's not what I thought it was.
You did for a season. Maybe in that time, I learned something, or you learned something from me. It was a reason we was together for that little minute. And I believe everybody that do wrong stuff and bad stuff, God give you a chance to be around somebody to show you something different. It's just your choice.
Right.
So you can't say, oh, nobody never showed me love. Nobody never showed me compassion. Nobody never helped me. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
But you did the same old you.
Yeah. Not receiving.
You did the same old you. So if me and you don't work out, I don't care. I be like, I ain't gonna say I don't care like I'm just so hard, like I don't care. But I'll be like, so what did I learn from this?
Right.
Or maybe she needed me at that time, or maybe I needed her. And then so it's Charlette season now. It just, I did what I could. I didn't do nothing to Barbara, but that's how Barbara is, so I can't fix her.
That's right.
And wish you well and go on about your little business.
Yeah. One thing that people will know, if they know the person, it'll be some moments that they'll miss them.
Right.
Because they knew that the person was genuine.
Right.
And that's one thing, how you said, I welcome everybody because I give you the benefit of the doubt. I can't believe, how people say, oh, you better watch this person. Well, I can't watch them because that was you.
Yeah.
And I am who I am.
Yeah.
And they may treat me differently. Now, if they treat me the same, okay, no, I'm not exempt, but it was a learning experience. But I am a true believer that once that person is gone, they're going to miss some things about you.
They're going to miss some things
They're going
about
to
you.
miss the conversation. They're going to miss this person that I knew at 12 o'clock at night. I can always call her. But now, how can I call her after I backstabbed her? If you do the person that you're dealing with, like I'm speaking to myself, regardless of what you did to me, if you need me, I'm still there. If you need me to pray with you, I'm still there. Although I know the things that you have done, and I know the things you have said that you don't think I know, but I'm still there because I'm always going to be me. Sometimes you got to turn a blind eye, but not be a fool.
Right.
Because the people, they're sick, and you need to help them. And that's how I feel. And I believe that we're all here to help one another.
We are.
In life. We're not here to be selfish and think about ourselves.
Right.
We, as a body of Christ, we are to help and save souls. You don't have to be a minister. You don't have to be a pastor. You don't have to be anything. You can just be you to save a soul. And that's your job, is to help somebody else. Not just your family.
Right.
You
Or
supposed to
people
go
that you like.
Right.
outside of the family.
Right.
I was in Sunday school yesterday, and it was the scripture, Matthew 25, 24 and 25. God gave a servant a bag of gold, and he told him to go and plant the seed somewhere he has never gone. But the man didn't. He went and buried it.
He was still.
He was obedient. He was disobedient to God's word. God said, go and plant a seed somewhere you have never been.
I ain't giving them people my money. I don't know.
It don't have to be money.
They ain't going to get my gold or my time. That's just how he thought.
Yeah, that's what he thought. But that's not what you were supposed to do. And that's what we're supposed to be. We do as the body of Christ, because God has given us so much. We're supposed to go back and help our people. That's our job. We're supposed to serve, not out just in church. We're supposed to serve
All time.
all the time. Just like we're on here now, we're speaking about, we're helping somebody.
Somebody
I hope
somebody.
we're helping somebody.
Yes.
You know? So that is our purpose and our goal in life. So when we go and we we go away from this earth and we go see God, God is going to say, this is what you did. And if you were
I don't
selfish,
want to see mine. Show me the half a sheet.
Lord have mercy. Have mercy.
he's going to say, what did you do? Did you live a selfish life or did you help people? And I know for a fact, Barbara, I know you. Kim, I know you. I know you, both of you guys, and I've seen with my own eyes, have gone out above and beyond your means to help people. You might not have, and you probably, I don't feel like doing it, but you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's your heart.
It is my heart.
You might say, I don't like people. I don't like people. But guess what? You a firefighter. You help people every day. You have saved lives every day.
Mm-hmm.
You have seen people die every day. And not only that, you have comforted family in the moment of death. And not only that, through your own deaths in your family, you still uplift people because you uplift me in my time. And I don't want you to cry.
I
Okay. In my time, when I was going
I'm
through,
about to cry.
when I was going through, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Even with Barbara, we just had to connect. It's not by we just stumble on top of each other that we're in the same ministry together. As far as the bereavement, we all lost somebody. You know what I mean? And this ministry that we're in, it helped me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Even like Christmas time, I shared that, Christmas is hard for me. But you guys made it easy. This Christmas, y'all made it easy because I didn't have time to think and mourn. I'm not mourn, but cry. I found the joy of it all. So I'm like, okay, so now we can go and help somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is it's a blessing. It's not by coincidence that we are in the same ministry and we're growing together.
Amen.
Because some people are falling off. Because I know I had some people in my life fall off.
Mm-hmm.
And God is going to gravitate you to people that are going the way that you're going. That's what I believe.
Amen.
I think sometimes too people fall off and we try to bring them back.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you used to. If you used to talking to somebody all the time, even though you know they may be toxic, but that's what you familiar and comfortable with. So when they're sometimes moving themselves, we're still trying to hold on and bring them in. And I think sometimes God is saying it's time for a new thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's time for a new thing.
I would have held on in the past. I say last about 15 years of my life. I just let it go. And I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't let it go with an attitude. I don't let it go because I'm mad at Barbara. I just see Barbara moving different. So I'm going to move different. If people say, why you and Barbara still not? I would be like, I don't know. Barbara all right.
You we still good?
We still good. Barbara allowed to have other friends, other connections. Something else drift her away from me or me from her. But
It's okay.
it's okay. And when I see Barbara, we still good. I'm not going to question, okay, so why you never invited me to your birthday parties for the last 2 years? Why you didn't do this? I'm not going to do that. Because it may not even be a why.
Yeah.
But some friends and some people are territorial.
Now, if you my friend, now I got 5 friends that I've been friends with since I've been 12 years old. Man, they better not pull no stuff like that on me.
But do you talk to them all the time, every day, on a regular basis? Okay.
No.
Okay.
But
true friends, you don't. I mean, I have a friend that I don't talk to every day, but when I need her and I call her, she
Right.
there. You know what I'm saying? I know. And when we talk, it's like we never miss the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what all I have to say about that.
Just let people live. Let them be. Y'all might not be together all the time. Marriage is not even for sure all the time. So,
But
just let it
friends,
be.
but like I said, people are territorial. Some people just
I have.
they don't want. They just want.
Yeah.
They don't
No,
want
I know
other
somebody
people
like
coming.
that.
Right. They don't want people coming in. They just want what they
That's how you
used
grow.
but they're okay with the way that it is.
No, shoes go out of styles.
Yeah.
Beepers go out of styles.
Cell phones go out of style every
No,
year.
I'll be glad them lashes go out of style.
And the baby
And the baby hair. But, you know, some things just not meant to be together all the time. And then sometimes things come back together. And then sometimes it's not really, like I said, it's not a problem.
Right.
Just you moving this way and I'm moving that way. And when we keep moving, maybe one day we move back and still.
Yeah.
Oprah said her and Gail are best friends and they don't have no fallouts. And she believes they don't have fallouts because they never lived in the same town.
That's true.
So when they see each other, they're probably happy.
Yeah.
And you do things that's meaningful rather than seeing each other all the time.
Getting on each other.
Getting on each other's nerves. Here come Barbara again. She was over here yesterday.
What
I
she
don't feel like
want
going
today?
to put my bra on. Because you got to put the bra on when you get company. Good Lord, me and Pee Wee were going to sit up here. I was going to sit in here with no bra. And he was going to sit in here with that white beater t-shirt on. Now, here comes Barbara. We got hat
clothes.
I mean, she my girl and everything, but good Lord. Man.
All right, so let's talk about relationships.
Uh-oh. Oh, baby.
You want me to stay married? My 30th anniversary coming up the end of the month.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, I guess I want to just, I mean, we all been in long-term relationships before. So I guess I want to talk about giving advice to friends about relationships. I mean, we talked about this as married people, but now that Charlette is here.
I'm the single one with the two married people. Come on, teach me. Because I'm trying to get a husband. Let me know when to shut my mouth.
That ain't gonna happen.
So, like on one of our marriage topics, we talked about if you know something about somebody's significant other or spouse or whatever, do you tell them?
No,
I'm not telling them.
No.
And I had this conversation with, I said, my 5 friends. I'm not. 2 of them say, you better tell me. I'm not telling you. Now, what I may do, I'm just guessing what I may do in a situation. I see your husband out with a woman, and they, to me, seem like they on a date or being intimate. Because it may not be that way. It may be Barbara just out with her coworker. Your guy coworker say, come on, Barbara, let's go to lunch. Or we're going to celebrate your promotion from last year. I ain't never take you out to lunch. Come on, girl. Go to lunch. It just could be y'all two having a lunch. Mm-hmm. But in my eyes, I see Barbara with another man. Mm-hmm. So I think what I would do is walk up to my girlfriend's husband while he with the woman and say, hey, Kevin. And see his expression from there. Mm-hmm. If he like, God. His lips ain't moving, his teeth on. Where should this shit come from? Or he'd be like, oh, hey, Kevin.
This is such a
yeah. So I'd be like, I'm gonna tell Bob I saw y'all here eating.
Mm-hmm.
They give him a chance to run home and tell on his own self.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Truth or lie, he gonna tell, cause he gonna say, "Oh my God, Barbara gonna kill me. Kim done saw me." He gonna come, "Oh yeah, I saw Kim. I was picking up something, and I saw my coworker, and I sat down beside her. Kim might have thought he gonna tell him what they saw."
Yep. That's the plan.
I'm not telling it. Because when y'all break up and then make up, y'all are not going to be friends with me no more. Yep. Or I might be telling something that I ain't have no business telling. He go home and kill you, or you kill him, or the girlfriend kill him. I don't want no parts of that.
Yep.
Let God work it out.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I know for a fact. Oh, this person may know what I'm talking about now. But I had a friend who told me that she went out of town to take care of some business, and the whole time she was in the car, the boyfriend kept calling her and calling her and calling her. The other two girls in the car said, he calling to see where you at. She said, They stopped at a rest stop. In the rest stop was her boyfriend and the woman.
There's been some smoke in the
You know what he did? He introduced them and left with the girl he was with. When it got back to me, I talked to her and I told her, don't cry. I said, but let me tell you why he did that. Because they always know the one they can come back and lie to. He knew he can come back and lie to you. That's why he left with her. He couldn't lie to her. Because she'd have went off in that little rest spot.
That's right.
So he knew he'd come back later and tell you some type of lie, like he did. And you was going to accept it. But that was, I said, see, that's, nobody had to come back and tell you that. God did it himself. What was the chances of that? He supposed to be home. You're riding out of town. You're not even there where y'all live. And you go to the bathroom and him and her looking up at a map. At the what time, whatever, the plane or the bus or whatever was leaving. That's why I be like, don't come back and tell me people
That was
did
God
nothing.
right there.
But I think
God gonna tell me.
I think sometimes people know.
Oh yeah, they know.
Yeah, they know.
They know. They
They
choose
know.
not to know.
And I think sometimes when you tell them, that's what make them mad at you because they already know what they're doing. And now somebody else know too.
Yeah, and then you gotta think about the purpose of, I can't wait till Barbara that she thought Kevin was everything. I can't wait.
Messy.
I can't, So sometimes you gotta see the motive of the person who's telling you. They can't wait to see you cry. I told you. Girl, just like me. You just like me now.
We the same boat.
I stay in my own lane. I mind all my business. I see it. I said,
Pray about it.
look, I don't see nothing. I can see everything going on here. I don't see nothing. I mind all my business. I stay in my lane. I park myself in my own lane.
But do you think if your friend found out that you knew something you didn't tell them, you think they'll be mad?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they'll be mad at me. Of course you're going to be mad
But
at
at the
me.
end of the day, it still was none of my business. I don't care. I don't care. Be mad at God. Did he tell you?
Yeah.
You say he tell you everything else?
But eventually they're going to see, like, dang, they shouldn't have said, I see why they didn't say anything because they knew I couldn't handle it. If you know your friend, you already know your friend can't handle it. They can't handle it. I'm going to give you one of my own personal scenarios. My ex-husband, he cheated. My brother saw it. My brother said nothing. He told my mom. I went to ask my mom. I said, Mom, I said, this doesn't so happen. Is it true? You know what my mother said? If you find out the truth, what you going to do about it? I said, say less. Thank you for that. My answer. And that was it. I knew it was time for me to go. You don't have to tell me.
Right.
Because I already knew. I just wanted somebody to stamp it.
Right.
My brother wasn't going to stamp it.
Right.
Neither was my mother. But that answer that she gave me, what are
you
you going to
gonna
do
do?
about it? Either you're going to make it work or you're going to leave.
Right.
And I chose to leave because I already knew in my heart that this been going on too long.
Too long.
You know what I'm saying? We as women, we know.
You already know.
We know. You can say, I did not know. Yes, you did. If you didn't know this time, you knew 4 other times.
Right.
I believe it.
I believe it. I believe God gonna show you for yourself.
You don't have to go and search. You don't have to go through his phone. You ain't got to go through none of that. God is going to expose them right away.
He have to.
Especially when you're married.
He have to.
I know some people that go through people's phones.
I don't believe you should go through the phone. Because you go looking for it, guess what? You're
You
going to
gonna
find
find
no
something.
answer. And then when you find the answer, what you going to do?
Cry.
I can't believe you did this to me.
Had the big ugly face.
I can't believe this. I'm going to kill him. No, you're not.
He ain't gonna
Guess
kill
what?
nothing.
He going to lie to you. He going to do right for 6 months. And he back in again.
No. Right back.
And that goes for men too. Men go through the same thing too. They love a woman so much. Sometimes they can love you too much and they want to kill you. Then they love you so much they're like, I'm going to get her back where I want her and cheat on her. Do what she did to me.
That would have been me.
So you
I
got
was a get back person.
vindictive.
I can say I probably changed about 15 or 20 years of my life. But do something to me, I'm gonna do something to you. I cry, you cry. I hurt, you hurt.
Nah, I cry, you cry.
Most definitely, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you. If I go to the hospital, we going. We are going
Together.
Now, but we won't get locked up. Are we going there and say we got jumped? Then we get jumped. Because if you go in there telling people I hit you, you bet not tell them people I hit you. We got jumped.
Who jumped? I don't remember.
I don't
They
remember.
tied us at the blindfold.
We came out of Blues Alley. Gotta be an alley. Baby. Yeah.
Okay, Kim, you got something you want to talk about? Okay, we'll come back to Kim. Charlotte.
I want to talk about people that hurt people.
Okay.
Intentionally.
Intentionally, because they're hurting. Through a breakup.
Okay.
What's the purpose and what do you think they get out of it? Because they're hurt. They want you to feel the same way. I mean, people don't know. People assume that you're not hurting because you're smiling.
Mm-hmm.
But you could be hurting on the inside.
Because I don't think we break up properly.
What's a proper way to break up?
As adults, I really believe that I should sit you down and say, look, Barbara, I don't know what it is. We love each other. We like each other. But for some reason, I don't think this couple thing gonna work. You know, whatever it is, or I think we move too fast, or whatever it is, they don't properly sit down and talk about why they shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
What's going on at this time, for some reason, it's not the way I thought it was going to be. I can see that in 20 and under, even maybe 25. But we in our 40s and 50s, we don't break up properly. We don't separate properly.
As an adult, mature adults, we should be able to sit down.
I think we should be able to sit down and talk. And that way I know your feelings, you know my feelings. And either both of us or one of us would see why we can't be together because the other one is really not ready. And you can't blame a person for being honest and telling you they're not ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or telling you the truth, I like you and I like her. I don't know, I'm just torn.
Or I'm just afraid to move to the next level.
Yeah, I think people should talk more.
Communicate.
Effective.
But some people don't know
communication.
how to communicate. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
and then most of the time, if the women bring it up, then the men think you're nagging,
Mm-hmm.
or you trying to start an argument. I'm not. I just see that you're not the same as you were when we got together. You're not as happy. You're not excited. We don't talk about our future plans no more.
Mm-hmm.
We just like roommates. So I want to talk about it, and then when you bring that up, then they say you're trying to start an argument.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ain't changed. Be honest, you did change, or maybe I changed. Tell me if I changed.
But everybody changes.
Yeah, but what is it that you didn't like about the change?
Yeah.
That's making us more separate. What you don't like? You don't like my new job. You don't like the new clothes I've been wearing. Whatever that change I made, the new church I'm going to, my new friends. What is it about me that you're not excited about anymore?
I think in a relationship you have a right to ask where this is going.
Right.
And this is what I expect and this is what I want, to make sure you're on the same page. Because some people be in situations, you'll be 5 years down the line and then you realize that y'all not on the same page.
That's right.
And they don't want what you want, but you invested all this time when if you would have asked that question
From the beginning.
you wouldn't have wasted all
But
this
you
time.
can feel the difference. You know when stuff's starting to shift.
Yep.
People know, but they don't.
So how we gonna break up? We just gonna have a nasty breakup? We're gonna lie on each other? Because nobody wanna be the bad guy. So when I told me and you break up, I go to Charlette, I'm gonna make you look bad.
Right.
You go talk to Charlette, you gonna make me look bad. Know why? Because we didn't effectively communicate and have a properly breakup. So when Charlette do say what happened, you like, for some reason it just didn't work.
Yeah, and that's it.
I don't even have nothing bad to say about him. I mean, I think I still love him, but I don't know. We just couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And then he can say the same about you. Somebody be like, why are you on Charlotte? I don't know. I don't know.
And
What
you can
happened.
still be friends outside of the relationship.
Outside of a breakup.
It should.
Right.
It should.
Well, it depends on the reason that you broke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if there was no reason, an ugly breakup,
Right.
there's no reason why you shouldn't be friends. Because if I see you in the street, I should be like, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Even if you were someone else, hey, how are you? Or instead you see them and you act like they're not there. And you know,
But
that's
this
not
somebody
good.
you say you loved before.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because if you say you love somebody, that love for that person doesn't go away. It's just, you know, it's not that level of love anymore.
Do you think that sometimes people don't know what love is?
Yep.
Yeah. People think buying them things, taking care of them is love. But no, the cheapest love that you can give somebody is your emotions, their attention. That don't cost nothing. But they pick the materialistic things to show their love. And that's not what love is. What do love mean to you?
You giving me you, your time, your being thankful for me when I'm there for you. I can depend on you. Nothing materialistic.
Right. But that has nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
But it's a good
That's
bonus.
just showing me.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little diamond here and there. Yeah, you gotta, that's why I say you can feel the shift.
Yeah.
Cause first you be like, girl, I just
He used to
love
call me
him,
all
right?
the time. He used to text me
All
every
the
day.
time. Yes. Now all of a sudden you don't hear no phone calls, you don't do nothing. And guess what? And it affects the household too, because when you don't get that from him, the things in the household lack too. Because guess what? I don't feel like cooking for you no more. I don't want to
Well,
wash your
I'm
clothes
nice
no
to
more.
you.
Yeah.
And I don't feel love from you.
But if somebody start acting different and you're in a relationship, wouldn't you say, "Hey, what's going on? You used to
Ain't nothing wrong.
used to
Ain't
call-
nothing wrong.
And you know what? Ain't nothing wrong.
And then they make it, you trip. I'm about to say, that was making it seem like you crazy now. What are you talking about, man? This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Nothing, then that's another excuse.
There you
Another
go.
box.
There you go.
There you
Always
go.
picking.
Yeah.
Why I gotta be picking? I'm expressing my feelings to you. You're supposed to be my partner. So if I can't express my feelings to my partner because I see something's wrong, then there's a problem.
I agree.
And how we gonna go to that next
Yes.
level if we can't get on the same page
And at some
about
point,
this?
you gotta tell the truth. You just
Okay,
gotta tell the truth.
what do y'all think about couples getting counseling when they're having trouble in the household? Do you think?
I think you should have get counseling if you're having trouble or not. I think it's good sometimes for to include somebody else, because sometimes not everybody can say what they want to say to their spouse,
each other.
right? But if you're there with somebody else, sometimes people are more free to say how they really feel.
Right.
Because if I'm sitting and telling Kevin something, like you said, he'll think I'm nagging or
Right.
complaining. But if we're with counseling and I'm saying it, he's more prone to listen to it
That's
than
period.
if I say it like.
Because you think you know everything. That's the first thing people tell me. You think you know everything. What makes you right? So when you have a third person, I don't know, either him or I gonna listen more to the third person, because they're in a mutual space.
But what do you think about people that they think they don't need
I used to
counseling?
think that. I used to
really?
be that way. People used to say, we need counseling, like in the beginning of our marriage. And I used to say, I don't need nobody tell me what to do. You ain't listen to me, so you gonna. And then I used to get mad at her because I'd be like, you're not even gonna listen to me, but you're gonna listen to somebody else. You want somebody else to tell you how I feel?
It's not more.
But that's how I used to think.
Okay.
That's just like child support. Why you want somebody to tell you to pay child support?
Because they won't do it on their own. I guess the same thing what you say with the counselor.
I used to say that. People, I'm telling you, he was on it when we was young. I'd be like, I'm not going to no counseling.
I think
Because
counseling
all
is
you
good.
got to do is do what I tell you to do. That's the problem.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
I think it's good before you get married, during your marriage, and throughout the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Before trouble even come, I think you should have counseling.
I believe it.
Because I think when the trouble comes and you know how to deal with it better.
When the trouble comes, it's already almost too late.
Yeah, because it's over.
Somebody's already built up to here.
They're already checked out.
Yeah. And it's going to be kind of hard to reel them back. Because then, by then, they lost trust.
Mm-hmm.
They lost faith in you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't depend on you. Everything you say is a lie. When you breathe, you lie.
But don't you think that's something that could be rebuilt? You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, if you go to counseling after the trouble hit, it takes so much time to reel you back in to believe him or her.
Mm-hmm. Instead, he should have did it at the
because
beginning.
it built up so much. The reason y'all going to counseling now, because one of y'all about to leave.
Yeah.
That's true.
So ain't nothing different when we go to counseling. I'm still almost about to leave.
But it can help so that you can understand, each side.
Maybe it'll bring you maybe instead of you going out the door, it might bring you down in the basement.
Right.
You know, where you still in the house with the counseling before you leave the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sometimes. But if you're going to counsel during the marriage, sometimes it may get caught.
Yes.
Before it hit that. Like, things are shifting. First, when y'all came in here, y'all told me you had date night at least twice a month. And, and sometimes you just sit home quietly and rub each other's feet. Now, I ask y'all what y'all do for fun. And you like, we ain't been out and about. So, it can be caught before it get to the point of, I'm done.
I'm out. Yeah.
Something is separating y'all. What's going on, Barbara? Your first one you was in here, you was cheesing Kevin this, Kevin that. Now when I mention Kevin, you like, child, how much longer we got in here? And we drove separate cars. So yeah, I think it's good all the way through.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's good to have truthful friends that go through stuff and tell you their truth.
And not be one side.
Because some people always think they're a fool. If I tell you, Pee Wee cheated on me and I stayed, you might be like, ain't no way in hell. I tell Charlette that Pee Wee cheated on me and he stayed. She be like, well, some things are worth working out. When I was married or while I'm married, my husband cheated and we got past it. This is what we did. But she told me her truth. She could say like you, oh, ain't no way.
You better than me. And that's one thing I hate when people say, you better than me.
If you tell somebody the truth, they be like, but I see Charlotte and her husband and they seem happy, So that let me know they had a rough spot and they made their way back and they happy now. So that let me know that I forgave Pee Wee for cheating, that we can continue to be happy. Don't have to always come back to that issue we had.
Yeah.
So if your spouse cheats on you, can you forgive him? Or if your man cheats on you, can you forgive him?
I think it depends on the individual. Some people, you just can't do nothing to. You can't tell them, I'm sorry.
I'm out.
I'm out, regardless of what it is. And some people...
So say that you're in a relationship and sometimes people don't do everything they're supposed to do to make their spouse happy, and that spouse goes outside of the marriage. So do you think sometimes one of the people might bear some of the burden of the person stepping out? Like if I come home and all you want to do is fuss and fight, you don't talk to me, we ain't doing nothing. Do you think that if they step out of the relationship, do you think some of that is your fault because you weren't giving them what they needed from you?
I think the person who stepped out that was their decision, but I think I contribute to their unhappiness, and they try to go find happiness somewhere else. Mm-hmm. I don't think I made you cheat, but I did contribute to your unhappiness. And instead of you telling me...
And that was a result of your unhappiness.
Right. Instead of us getting help why I'm making you unhappy, maybe I can get myself together. Or maybe I'm doing something back to you because you're making me unhappy.
Right.
You think it's a lot of, like in relationships, you think it's a lot of tit for tat? Not.
Yeah.
So if you mess up the money, I'm going to go mess up some money too. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're not doing what you're supposed to do as far as the kids, so I'm not going to do my obligation either.
It may not be in the same situation. It may not be because you're not doing for the kids. I ain't going to do for the kids. You're not doing for the kids. So it's something else I'm not going to do for you.
Okay.
But you got to talk that thing out, man, because the devil get up in that thing.
And sure will.
And turn it all the way around.
Indeed. Because then you'll be ugly, and he's be ugly, and then it'll be a whole mess for no apparent reason. But I agree with Kim. A lot. It's some things that you made. I stopped doing, like communicating with you. You go and find somebody that's listening to you. Because a lot of times that's why men go out and cheat, is because the communication stops at home and they find it outside. And somebody else is listening to me and giving me opinions and feel like they're smiling in your face.
I done cheated on me in the beginning.
Dang, Kim.
I would have. Or I'd either cheated on me or not married me.
But Pee Wee knew the woman that he
God
has.
is good.
Yes, he is.
Because I would have cheated on me or not married me because I didn't communicate effectively. I communicate with yelling,
talking,
fussing, cussing, and don't do what I say. Somebody going to the ER.
But that's why I was saying how people don't know how to communicate.
Yeah. And I might have picked that up from my father, but I didn't know it. But I was just so aggressive, and it had to be my way. Even if I was right and he was wrong, the way I delivered it made everything wrong. Made everything wrong. And I used to say them first 5 years, I'm not lying. People stopped calling me and asking me, how you doing? Because the first thing come out of my mouth, I'm getting a divorce. I said it all the time. And my mother said, then divorce him then. He's still going to be my son. So don't nobody care. Y'all two just be divorced. But yeah, I wouldn't have married me and I would have cheated on me in the beginning.
You know, when I first met Kim and Pee Wee, I said, why is she so mean to Pee Wee? I didn't know them until I started going around them more often and saw that they was joking all the time. But I didn't think she was joking. I said, she talked to her husband like that. And why he never talked to her like that? So I said, why don't he say nothing? Pee Wee has always been a mild, meek person. He ain't gonna holler at you. But I know one thing. When he raises his voice and he mean what he say, yeah, you see that roll her eye?
Everybody think Pee Wee mean to you live with him. I mean, nice. To you live Pee Wee crazy.
She said,
Pee Wee crazy.
He said, I said what I said.
And he don't be saying nothing.
He said a lie. He said what he said.
Ain't nobody paying him no attention.
That's what,
me, the kids, or the dog.
The dog do.
And Pee Wee just, But when Pee Wee say, Jim,
No, shut the F up. That's what he say. But everybody be shocked. When that nigga got on his last nerve, it shut the F up. I say, I say, so you cursing at me? You been cursing at me all day. I be like, but you cursing at me? Pee Wee done had it. When I get that, he done had it. But I stay strong. Act like it didn't hurt my feelings at all.
she said, all swole up.
Don't say nothing to me. Don't touch me. He know he got to touch my feet with his feet to go to sleep. Don't touch my feet. I'm open. I'm turning the heat off. I'm turning the air on. Everything that aggravates you. Go sleep in the car.
Okay, guys, we're going to end this segment right there.
Before I go to jail and get divorced, running my mouth too much.
We hope that it's something that we share with you will enlighten you and give you something to think about. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.